The low fuel pressure alarm kit winner is that gray 24V. So dude, contact me on Instagram. Give me your shipping information so I can get this puppy sent out to you, and it's all yours. Congrats. What's up guys? Welcome back to another video on Pure Panorama. This video, I did have a surprise for you, and I was gonna do a fuel upgrade on the 01 24 valve Cummins. I was moving right along, getting things done, getting this stuff installed, and right at the very last second, I was wrapping everything up, getting it all tightened down, making sure it was all put back together, getting ready to prime the fuel system, hopefully to make the attempt to get the truck started, and we had a catastrophic failure. The fuel upgrade I was going to install was a big line kit. This is 3/8 line, and it would be pushing way more fuel than that little dinky stock fuel line on the truck. I was tightening down the part that goes onto the base of the fuel filter, and wouldn't you know it, the wrench slipped. Was almost there, I almost had it tightened, but the wrench slipped off and ended up snapping this 90-degree push fitting, and it busted it right off. So I had to pull everything back apart, go ahead and put that stock fuel line back on the truck, and right as this thing broke, my luck got even better and it started to downpour. Well, now we have another dilemma with the truck. We are also now leaking a good bit of diesel fuel. I did get it all put back together with the old stock components, the stock fuel line, hooked up my fuel pressure gauge again, and was just gonna go ahead and order a new 90-degree fitting. So I went to go and prime the fuel system, get the air out of it, and get ready to crank the girl over and get the old Cummins started and running again, and noticed that it was just pissing a ton of diesel fuel out from underneath the truck. So when I got out of the truck and inspected things a little bit further, here is what I ended up finding. If you look down in here on the fuel filter housing, you'll see that there is a, it's pretty tough to see. So down here on the fuel filter housing, you have this lever here and this drain valve, and apparently my drain valve is a little wonky. Now, you don't have to replace the whole fuel filter housing if you end up getting an issue with your fuel filter or your drain valve. You do not have to buy a whole new fuel filter housing and replace that. These little drain valves right here are replaceable. So there is 4 T15 torque screws that hold this little valve on, and you can pull this whole little valve apart. You can replace the O-rings on it, and you can repair that if you are getting leaks from that. So you don't have to replace the whole fuel filter housing itself on the truck. I don't know what I'm going to do actually though at this point. I don't know if I'm gonna take mine off and do away with it 100%. But for now, I at least have to repair this little valve down there. So that sucks. We have everything hooked right back up the way it was. Snubber valve, fuel pressure sensor and gauge all put back in there with the stock fuel line all reattached down here on the bottom of the fuel filter housing. So I am going to, it has since stopped raining, so I'm going to try and take a look at this thing real quick right now, see if I can't figure out what I need so that I can run out first thing in the morning, hopefully. All the stores unfortunately are closed now. It's Sunday night, so I need to make that move in the morning, hopefully be able to get, I'm hoping it's something as simple as an O-ring that needs to get replaced. I'm hoping the O-ring in there, there's a little lever that you pull up on this drain valve right here. You can see that little lever right there, and you can just tell that this thing is clapped. It's stuck open or something, just not working properly. So there's a little spring on a rod in there. I don't know if that is what the culprit is or if the O-ring itself or what, but somehow, some way, this little mechanism is stuck wide open. So I think I'm gonna try and get that pulled off really quick, see if we can't investigate this further. So I am gonna get a new 90-degree fitting to get that big line kit back on the truck, obviously, and then we'll give you that update. So this is the little drain lever off of your fuel filter housing right here. As you can see, we did take that off, and it literally is just held on by 4 T15 torque screws. Then this just basically pushes into the bottom of your fuel filter housing. There's 2 O-rings that seal up on these surfaces, and that's it. You can buy repair kits for these. You can buy just these valves, and it just unscrews like this. So hopefully we can figure out what's going on with this thing, get it fixed so that we're not leaking anymore, and get this old 24 valve Cummins to fire up. So the O-ring is on there. What's going on with you here? It looks like it's a little just maybe gunked up. I wonder if we clean this up, if it will work properly, or do we need a new O-ring in general? The O-ring looks pretty good on the end of that though. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So see the O-ring down here on this end? That's what seals up in the bottom of this canister here, and obviously the fuel will flow through this little nipple here that's pressed into the filter housing and then drain out when you lift up on this lever, and it pulls this little plug or rod up, and see it has a spring on it, but that's the O-ring that seals up in here to allow you to drain and then shut off the drain. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and spray this thing down with some brake clean, see if I can't get it freed up and working better, and then stick it back on the truck and see if it fixes anything. So we've got both of these parts all sprayed down with some brake clean now. It does feel like it is pretty snug in there. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but we're about to screw this back on here and find out. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is it doesn't want to slide back down and maneuver, and I don't know if that's just because there's no fuel in there right now to lubricate those O-rings or what the deal is, but they're definitely sealing up and making contact in there because I can hear them. Let's go put this thing back on the truck and see if we can't get her to function right. So if you look right here, you can see where there's an upper and lower O-ring, and then that bottom hole is where that little drain lever plugs into, and then you got your 4 holes for your T15 torque screws to hold it on. So that's what I was talking about. That's where it's mounted on the fuel filter housing, and that's how it hooks up and mounts to it. So you can pull this off if you do have a leak from it and replace just that part for about 10 bucks. You don't have to worry about getting a whole new fuel filter housing unless you do something else to it and you need that. But if just your drain is leaking, then you can replace that for far cheaper than buying a whole new fuel filter housing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing attached back on there, see if I can't get it to seal up for right now after I get some diesel in there and get that plug up in there sliding and maneuvering properly, and then see if we can't get this thing primed up without leaking diesel all over the driveway. Because I probably already lost a good quarter tank of fuel as it is. Mission accomplished. We got it all installed back on there. Let's prime the truck and see what happens. Well, everything seems to be good with that little part, but now one of our washers, our little crush washers that seal up the banjo bolts for your fuel lines, seems to be leaking, so I'm gonna have to tighten down things a little bit more, but I think it's actually the washer is just cooked and it needs to be replaced. So this girl isn't gonna be going anywhere, at least not right now, and I'm running out of daylight right now. It's going to be dark here in about 20 minutes, so I'm going to have to jump back on this in the morning, unfortunately, and see if I can't get it straightened out. I think I might have a couple of those washers laying around in the garage, so I'm going to have to check for one of those, see if I can't get the banjo bolt at the injection pump pulled out, put a new washer on there to seal it up, and get this old girl fired up. Everything else is good, and this really could all be solved if I can find one of these 90-degree fittings at a parts store. So I'm gonna call around first thing in the morning, see if any parts stores carry something like this. I would think that they do. I would hope that I could find one locally, and if they got one, I'll run and grab that. I'll pull all this crap back off, and we will hook up the big line kit, get our fuel pressure gauge hooked up into this T-fitting right here, and just be on our way. That would be the easiest and quickest solution. But that's it for this video, guys. Just a quick update. I was gonna have something fun for you, the fuel upgrade with the big line kit, so that we could pump more fuel from our Fass Platinum 150 up through the filter housing into the VP44, so that when we put that new VP44 on, we're getting, without a question, no doubt, the best fuel flow and pressure that we can up to that new injection pump. So I'm taking care of all this little stuff now in preparation for that new VP44 install, because it's becoming the time to do that. So look forward to that coming up here, and I'll keep you guys in the loop and updated as to what goes on with this. What was supposed to be a good fun day with a little fueling upgrade for the 24 valve Cummins turned into a nightmare on me, and I don't know, just my luck. But it goes to show that not everything goes well and smoothly for me. I do run into issues, I do have troubles as well, and I have to troubleshoot that and work my way around it just like anybody else out there. So it's not all fine and dandy over here on my side of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit that like button for all the struggles I went through today with the fuel system and trying to get this thing figured out and just back up and running. And we still aren't going to be running because I can't drive the truck with a fuel leak at the injection pump. The thing's already on its way out, so we are going to take her easy and just wait till we got the parts, get them on there, and be good to go. So smash that subscribe button if you're stopping into the channel for the first time. We got plenty to come. Updates with the fuel system, VP44 install. We got to finish the front end this weekend. Hopefully, maybe is looking good. So I'm hoping to maybe be able to dive into that front end. Hopefully get those ball joints done. I'm saying hopefully a lot. I gotta go, man. It's been a horrible day. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Peace. I just wanna